Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Apni Pathshala. So in the previous video, I have completed the first chapter of your class 9 economics book, the story of village Palampur. So you have gone through the chapter precisely, I think, and I think you are aware of the thoughts of the chapter, like they are generally given because means to let us know about the farming systems in India and what are actual point of view was what are the benefits and negative effects of green revolution and the irrigation method also. So this story was generally the was made us to learn so that we can understand the different land revenue systems and the problems regarding the farming for different farmers very well. So let us see the NCERT solutions of this chapter. Question 1. Modern farming methods require more inputs which are manufactured in industry. Do you agree? Solution. No doubt, modern farming requires more inputs than traditional farming. These are chemical fertilizers, pesticides, pump sets, farm machinery, electricity, diesel, HYV seeds, water supply. Most of these inputs like fertilizer, tools and implements are manufactured in industry. HYV seeds are developed in agriculture research laboratories. Machine industry provides various kinds of implements, irrigation pumps and farming machinery to improve productivity and minimize farming efforts. Chemical and soil engineering based industries provide fertilizers and pesticides to boost agriculture. Water supply is done by canals and tanks. Electricity is supplied by powerhouses. So for modern farming, the machineries that are needed to be used are actually manufactured in the industries, like the chemical fertilizers, pesticides, pump sets, farm machinery, electricity. Electricity is generated by the powerhouses, but these things like chemical fertilizer, pesticides, HYV seeds, these are actually manufactured in the industry because there are certain chemicals that are only used in industries for these kind of elements and are not used in any local in local areas or in local industries. These are specified by the popular industries. So most of these inputs like fertilizer, tools and implements are manufactured in industry. HYV seeds are developed in agriculture research. These HYV seeds are specially developed in agriculture research laboratories. Machine industry also provides the implements, irrigation pumps, farming machineries for improving the productivity and to minimize the farming efforts. Means in older times the people have to give more hard work to their farming. Nowadays people are using machines to lessen their hard work. So this is a kind of like technique to increase the production, but it is also destroying the manpower that is present in the population of the country. Chemical and soil engineering based on industries provide fertilizers and pesticides to boost agriculture. So chemical and soil engineering based industries also provide fertilizers and pesticides to boost agriculture. Water supply is done by canals and tanks. Yes, water supply is done by canals and tanks, and electricity is supplied by powerhouses. Yes, we all know that electricity is generally supplied by powerhouses, but in some cases the areas which are more developed, they actually use water or maybe thermal energy to generate the electricity, so that they should not have to generate electricity through any any renewable resource. They are generating electricity through non-renewable resource which are actually abundant in nature. Number 2. How did the spread of electricity help farmers in Palampur? The spread of electricity helped the farmers in Palampur in the following ways. Most of the houses have electricity connections. It is used to run tube wells in the fields. It is used in various types of small businesses. So, due to the spread of electricity, the people of Palampur have electricity connections to most of the houses. Now the electricity connections are available. So electricity is very important, because without light in night we cannot see anything. So it is very important in village areas to provide electricity to all the houses. It is used to run tube wells in the fields. So the tube wells in the fields which provide water, they are also run by these electricities. It is also used in various small businesses. Electricity is needed everywhere, so it is very important for every village in India should have electricity connection. Number 3. Is it important to increase the area under irrigation? Why? Irrigation facilities are available only up to about 40% of the cultivated land area in the country. The rest of the land, that is 60% of the cultivated area, is still dependent on rainfall for irrigation. It means that the benefit of multiple cropping cannot be achieved by 60% of the farmers in the country. They produce less, so their income is also low. Thus they live in poverty. Therefore, if these farmers are to be brought out of farm poverty, farm productivity has to increase. This is only possible when they use modern farming methods and dependable irrigation facilities. Hence, it is important to increase the area under irrigation. Okay, so in our country, only 40% of the cultivated land have irrigation facilities, and the rest of 60% of the cultivated area is still dependent on the rains of the monsoon season. So it means that the benefit of multiple cropping cannot be achieved by 60% of the farmers. Obviously, 60% of the farmers are still dependent on monsoon for their irrigation, but it is not valid that every year monsoon will be the same as the previous year and they will get water from monsoon rains. So their production is also less and income is the income also. So that's why they live in poverty. Therefore, if these farmers are brought out of the poverty and farm productivity has to increase, then we have to increase the irrigation. We have to increase the area under irrigation. This is only possible when the farmers use modern farming methods and depend on irrigation facilities. Hence, it is important to increase the area under irrigation rather than depending on monsoon. Number 4. Why are the wages of farm laborers in Palampur less than the minimum wages? A waged labor might be employed on a daily basis or for one particular farm activity like harvesting or for the whole year. Most small farmers have to borrow money to arrange for the capital. They borrow from large farmers or the village money lenders or the traders who supply various inputs for cultivation. The rate of interest on such loans is very high. They are put to great distress to repay the loan. Hence, they pay very low wages to the farm laborers. So, a waged labor might be employed on a daily basis. It is the rules actually that when a laborer is actually employed to do some work, then he should be paid actually on a regular basis, like in the activity of harvesting for the whole year. Most of the small farmers in the village have to borrow money and to arrange for the capital. They borrow money from the village farmers or from the money lender, from the large farmers or from the money lenders or the traders who supply them the various inputs for cultivation. The rate of interest on loans are very high that they at times get into trouble to repay the loan. Hence, they pay low wages to the farm laborers. Number 5. What are the different ways to increase production on the same piece of land? Use examples to explain. To grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. It is the most common way of increasing production on a given piece of land. All farmers in Palampur grow at least two main crops. Many are growing potato as the third crop in the past 15 or 20 years. So, the different ways of increasing production on the same piece of land is actually multiple cropping. Means in different kind of seasons we have to cultivate different crops so that our the soil fertility remains same, as well as the income source also remains high and valuable to the farmer. It is the most common way of increasing farming on a given piece of land. All the farmers of Palampur grow at least two main crops, and many are growing potato as their third crop. So, in the village of Palampur, they grow at least two crops in the season, in different season, and some also generally grow potato as a third crop in the past 15 to 20 years. Number 6. How do the medium and large farmers obtain capital for farming? How is it different from the small farmers? In contrast to the small farmers, the medium and large farmers have their own savings from farming. They are thus able to arrange for the capital needed. So, the small farmers generally buy their equipments, or for more credit they take loan from the large farmers or the money lenders or the traders of the villages. But the medium and large farmers actually have their own savings for farming. They are thus able to arrange the capital that are needed for their cultivation. Number 8. Write the difference between traditional way of farming and modern way of farming. So I was unable to give you in the table form, so I am discussing you in point wise. I think you will get all the points, and you can write it on your own also. Traditional methods of farming. It is the old method of farming. The rate of production is low. This method of farming is environment friendly. Bullock carts and other wooden tool equipments are used. In this method of farming, natural manure is used as fertilizers. So, the traditional method of farming is actually the oldest method of farming. The rate of production is very low. This method of farming is environment friendly, because this does not create any pollution, or does not destroy the soil also. Bullock carts and other wooden tool equipments are also used. In this method of farming, natural manure is used as fertilizers. So now modern methods of farming. It is a new and scientific methods of farming. The rate of production is high in a lesser period. This method of farming is not environment friendly. Tractor and other advanced tools are used. In this method of farming, chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used. So, in the modern method of farming, scientific ways are used. Scientific and new ways of farming are used. The rate of production is high because we are actually using chemicals, so the rate of production will be high in lesser period, and it is not environment friendly because it is damaging the soil as well as the water that are used. Tractors and advanced tools are also used. Yes, in traditional farming we can see that bullock carts and wooden tool equipments are used, but here advanced tools and tractors are used for harvesting. And also in this method, chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used, which are damaging the not the whole cultivation is damaged, but some part of the cultivation is actually damaged, and the damaged damaged foods are consumed by us. Number 9. When the Green Revolution started, what are its drawbacks? Solution. The movement of the Green Revolution was a great success and changed the country's status from a food deficient country to one of the world's leading agricultural nations. It started in 1967 and lasted till 1978. So, the movement of Green Revolution was a huge success and changed the whole country's status from food deficient economy to one of the largest agricultural nation. Yes, and it started in 1967 and lasted till 1978. So, during that time, during the time of Green Revolution, the country's production is at its peak. So, the production is high, and where the exports have also increased to other countries. That is why the food deficient country, which earlier have deficiency of food, has become the world's leading agricultural nation and is providing food to other countries also. So I have given the disadvantages and advantages of green revolution for your betterment. You can make drawbacks from these points, and you can write it, or you can write the points of disadvantages as the drawbacks of green revolution. Let us see the advantages. The high yielding yield method significantly reduces greenhouse gas emissions and emission free environment by influencing carbon cycles through the atmosphere. It uses a variety of techniques and enhances food production. It is an alternative to the traditional farming method. Number 3. High yielding varieties produce more food products while reducing the cost of food for consumers all over the world. With increasing food demand, deforestation also increases. Therefore, starting the green revolution meets food needs and encourages deforestation. It gives consistent agricultural yields throughout all seasons. So, the high yield method significantly reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and emission free environments are influenced by the carbon cycles through the atmosphere. So, during green revolution, there are no source of any pollution. Means pollution has actually decreased uh, in such a way that the whole country is now emission free. It uses variety of techniques and enhances food production. It is an alternative to the traditional farming method also. So it is giving higher production to the whole country, so that the population is not hungry. Higher yielding varieties produce more food products while reducing the cost of food for consumers all over the world. So the higher yielding varieties produce more food products while reducing the cost of food for consumers all over the world. So the country has become more efficient in producing foods in large quantities. So the other countries has become a consumer to India. With increasing food demand, deforestation also increases, because the starting of green revolution means food meets food needs. So it encourages deforestation, because for more production we will need more area, and that is why deforestation has also increased, because people are cutting trees so that they can get much more area for cultivation. It gives consistent agricultural yields throughout all the seasons. So in all the seasons the yields are much higher than the previous seasons. Disadvantages of green revolution. Repeated use of the same crop leads to the depletion of soil nutrients and soil quality. Consumption of foods grown with pesticides and fertilizer will significantly affect the health problems. Number 3. Increases the amount of food chain interaction and causes the loss of beneficial genetic traits developed through traditional farming. By creating seeds from mature plants, new technologies enable future crop growth to be stunted. The Green Revolution encourages monocropping practices, which have many adverse effects and reduce the production of high yielding crops. So, when the farmers are growing the same crop every season, it is actually destroying the soil nutrients as well as the soil quality. Consumption of foods grown with pesticides and fertilizer will significantly affect the health problems. Yes, if they are using fertilizers and pesticides for better growth, then the fertilizer and pesticides are also getting in the crops, and those are consumed by us, so we are also getting affected with health problems due to the fertilizers and pesticides. Increases the amount of food chain interaction and causes the loss of beneficial genetic traits developed through traditional farming. So due to the use of those kind of chemicals, there are certain amount of food chain interaction, and it is causing the loss of beneficial genetic traits developed through traditional farming. By creating seeds from mature plants, new technologies enable future crop growth to be stunted. So, from mature plants, they are creating seeds. Means they are not actually buying seeds. Actually, they are creating seeds. So, think about the product, that how much dangerous will be that product, that from a mature plant they are creating seeds by using chemicals through new technologies. Obviously, the green revolution encourages monocropping practices, which have many adverse effects and reduce the production of high yielding crops. So the green revolution encourages monocropping. Monocropping practices refers to the cultivation of one crop throughout the whole season, which have adverse effect and reduce the production of high yielding crops. Because if we actually cultivate one crop throughout the whole year, then the soil will be adjusted to that crop, and the soil will not be suitable for cultivating any other crop. So it is very problematic for other crops to grow, and only if we grow one crop, then what will be the results with other crops? They are also they also should get the chance, and also should have that capacity to grow more and to get distributed in the whole country, because not all the people of the country are eating the same food. There are different choices, so the farmers should produce all kinds of crop varieties, so that they can fulfill the needs of the population. Number 10. What are the negative results of using chemical fertilizer? The negative results of using chemical fertilizers are: fertilizers are inorganic salts made in the factories and contain chemicals. These fertilizers run off into the water bodies, causing water pollution. It affects the aquatic life in water. The consumption of such water by human affects human health as well. So, the fertilizers are actually inorganic salts that are made in factories and contain chemicals like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium also. These fertilizers run off into the water bodies, and they are causing water pollution. Obviously, they are polluting the water, because if the fertilizers are getting added to that water, then it is harming the fishes and the other aquatic animals living in the water. It affects the aquatic life in water. Yes, due to the heavy uses of chemicals and fertilizers, the fishes are having some health problems, and day by day they are dying. The consumption of such water by human affects the human health as well. It will affect us also, because we are consuming the food full of pesticides and fertilizers, and also we are drinking the water that is mixed with the pesticides and fertilizer. Means our whole body is actually constituted with the fertilizers and pesticides, and it is not actually the real meaning of human body. If we are consuming pesticides and fertilizers, then means we are developing the rarest of rare diseases in this world, and these can affect a whole generation, and it can destroy also. So I have completed the question answers of the story of village Palampur, and I have also given 3 extra questions in the last, question 8, 9 and 10. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can mail me in my personal email. So let it end here. If you have liked my video, then hit the like button. Please share it with your friends and families, comment on my video, and do subscribe to my channel for more contents. Thank you.